Okay, this is Guided Practice 8.4 DE and 8.5 CD. This is day 5 and page number 3. We're going to go through 9 and 10 together, and then you're going to try 11 and 12. Number 9, Kara was given $30 to spend on candy for her school carnival. She can buy candy bars for 75 cents each and lollipops for 25 cents each. Which graph best represents this situation? Okay, now we have to think about how we can do this, and I don't know. What do you think? How can we do it?
I think you should set up an inequality.
That's a great idea, Mr. Wilson. We're going to set up an inequality really quickly. But before we get started, let's just think. So Karen has $30 here, and she cannot spend any more than $30 because she doesn't have more than $30. So let's look at the 4 graphs. And before we even write an inequality, let's just eliminate some of our answers, okay? If you look at these 2 graphs, we are shaded below, which is the same as less than. And if you look at these 2 graphs, we are shaded above, which is the same as greater than. So if I have a total of $30 and I cannot spend any more than $30, I know that I want to spend less than $30. Less than or equal to, actually. So this is not less than or equal to, and this is not less than or equal to, so I know that's not it. Okay. However, this is shaded less than or equal to, so I know it's either going to be A or B. Okay. Now that we're gonna, now that we eliminated that, we're gonna look at our inequality. So we have $30. We can buy candy bars for $75 each, 75 cents each, or lollipops for 25 cents each. Which graph best represents this situation? So let's let candy bars be X. Do 0.75 X plus 0.25 Y.
It's going to be blue.
Less than or equal to 30. Okay, I'm going to type this into Desmos. 0.75x plus 0.25y less than or equal to 30. And we should see a line here. I'm going to back it out. There we go. All right, so here's our line. So it should look like one of these 2, either A or B. And if we look at our x and y intercepts, our x-intercept is 40 and our y-intercept is 120. So between these 2, x-intercept is 40, y-intercept is 120. Our answer is going to be B. Okay, so this looks a little confusing, but if you slow down and you really think about what's going on, hopefully you can recognize what the inequality should be, and then you can type it into Desmos. Okay, and remember that we need to write this Desmo check in here, so why don't you take some time now to put our y-intercept all the way up here at 120 and our x-intercept all the way up here at 40, and then draw your graph and shade it. Okay? All right, and let's look quickly at number 10. Number 10. Quantanez has a band and he wants to record a demo tape. Studio A rents for $250 plus $50 per hour, and Studio B rents for $150 plus $75 per hour. Okay, so if we think about this, we have 2 different studios, so we need 2 different equations or inequalities, however we want to think about it. I'm going to write equations because it's we're equal to here. So I'm going to do Studio A for 1 color, and we'll do Studio B in a 2nd color. Okay, so Studio A. So Y equals $250 plus $50 per hour, so 50x. Okay, and that'll be our first line. Y equals $250 plus $50 per hour, so 50x. And our Studio B, Y equals $150 plus $75 per hour, so 75x. All right, and if I type that in here, Y equals $150 plus $75 per hour. All right, and this is a really steep line, so just very quickly, I'm going to fix this. We're going to do 0 to 5, and let's go 0 to 1,000. See if that helps us. Kind of. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, so there's our intersection point at 450. So it says 4 hours. It costs $450. And we need to select which statements are valid and which statements are not valid. So statement A, Studio B is cheaper no matter what or how many hours it is used. So Studio B was the blue line. So is the blue cheaper no matter how much it's used? Well, that's not quite true because once we pass 4 hours, the blue starts to become more expensive. That's not true. Okay, B, Studio B is cheaper if it is used for more than 4 hours. So here's Studio B, the blue line, that is cheaper, but not only if it's used for more than 4 hours. It's actually more expensive if it's greater than 4 hours. C, Studio A is cheaper no matter how many hours it's used. So Studio A is our red line here. Studio A is only cheaper if it is more than 4 hours. So it's not true. And last one, Studio A is cheaper if it's used for more than 4 hours. That is true. The red line becomes less expensive after we reach x equals 4 hours. So that's going to be D. Okay, now I probably explained that one way too much and put too many words in there, but you basically just need to do your two equations like we did and then plug it in and carefully read each of these answer choices to see which one is true and which three are not true. Okay, you have two more questions here on page number 3. Go ahead and try number 11 and 12. Don't forget to put your Desmos check on the right.